So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now we've got the first carry of the game for the rookie out of Arkansas. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
It's a gain of 11. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
They go handoff to Washington. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Sending him on the dive. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The first carry here for Ashton Genty. He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up the first. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boomer bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Counter give to Genty. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down. Goes to the hurry up here.
Their gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Cousins. Finds a man, right side. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
A gain of 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Only 1 yard on that last completion. 9 still to go on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll air it out on 3rd. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Fourth down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. To the air, Cousins. Absolutely fires this one right side. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert throwing right away. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Herbert back to throw. He finds Johnston. They track him down finally as this play goes for about 20. And that gives LA the first.
It's a gain of 20. And the Chargers first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now Herbert to throw. And this time they forced the incompletion. Defense was ready after he got him on that last snap. Now it's second down.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it in the double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Throwing on second. Herbert escapes the pocket. Now here he goes.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
Herbert now to throw on third. That one's good to McConkey. One step out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain. And that's going to be a Los Angeles first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Herbert. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now a timeout called just as the play clock was down to 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. Dicker connects there. And they're on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Labbin with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins now. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. Hit there, and he's forced out. Gain of about 15 before it. And it is 1st down, Las Vegas.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Throwing is Cousins. And we put everything he's got behind it. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And it's going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Cousins. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. And the Chargers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Look at this. 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the 1st half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Herbert's in trouble, and they're going to get to him. Quiddy Pay. And that force is 4th down and 16.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging on to the football.
4th and forever coming up. They snap it to Herbert. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. And this winds up all the way down into the red zone. They convert on 4th down. Not a distance you see a lot of conversions from, Brock, but on that play, these guys able to defy the odds.
They sure were, and that defense now has got to regroup because I think mentally you get to that down and distance, you feel like you're off the field. Now they've got to respond defensively.
After that 4th down exceeded expectations, look at this, some excitement as they come up to the line. It's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he gets home. Touchdown, Chargers! Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Chargers 10, Raiders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Brought in by his back here. It's Shenty. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
A give to Washington. Through the 2nd level at the 40. And he's all the way up to the 41. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
12 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Now it's Cousins. And the catch in and out of his hands. Contact separating him from the football that time. 2nd down coming up.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Running right, here's Washington. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopped by Deion Henley.
23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and long for him here. This is a heater going deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will begin the 4th quarter with a football following the interception.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Herbert now. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And that's going to make it 1st down Chargers.
A gain of 14. 1st down Chargers.
To throw, Herbert. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Correct me if I'm wrong, partner. I know you always do, but it felt like maybe that was one of their last gasps to get into field goal range before we hit halftime.
Yeah, you kind of look at both sides. Defense is doing all they can to prevent that thing from being thrown over their head, and can the offense find some way to puncture that defense to get into that field goal range?
Headed out right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up. Pushing it here to try to at least get into field goal range, Brock, but no yardage there, and they lost some valuable time on that play, too.
One of the keys here as well is, are those receivers going to try to run it back and go again, or do you find a substitute off that sidelines? Because I don't think they're done taking their shots downfield.
He's going for it again. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that is good for a Chargers first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Lays out, what a catch! Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. We've set it downs from 37. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Look at that power, deep left side. Has it down close. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in, right? Higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
Dicker with the extra point. And that makes this a 3-possession game.
Chargers 17, Raiders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Labbin with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. To the air, Cousins. Complete right side to Washington. He's tackled after a gain of about 13. And that sets up a Raiders first down.
Junior.
Working quickly here.
13 yards on the play. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And that's going to hit the turf. A good throw, but he couldn't hang on through the contact. We've got 2nd down.
incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kit, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Cousins to throw here on second down. Has a man on target to Thornton. There's the tackle, but the damage already done. Give him about 23 on that play. And that is good for a Raiders first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second down, it's Cousins. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Throw here, third down. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. On fourth down, here's Cousins. That's complete. Here's Thornton. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. So the call to go for it rewarded beyond measure with one of the plays of our game, Brock. And I think they're as surprised as everybody with how well that one went.
Yeah, offensively, they love it. Defensively, you just want to crawl in a hole and just get away. Number one, you don't want to give up a conversion and then a big play to boot. That's some tough defense.
And this one's going to be incomplete. Catch there, but couldn't survive the contact. That's going to bring up second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
On second down, Cousins. Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped at the 14. Working quickly here.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's third down. Third and
Here's Cousins
1.
now. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game. And he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You have got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
Fourth down, here's Cousins. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he won't make the marker. They rally to him in time. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
I know, Kate, on the stat sheet, that failure is going to go on the guy catching the pass. But to me, that's really about the play call and the execution. You just can't have that on fourth down.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. First play is a design run. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create a tackle for loss.
And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's the Chargers with the football and a comfortable lead as they try to finish off this win. All right, we're back, Brock, and it is 2nd down as we kick off our final quarter. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And that one doesn't get him much, give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Well, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he picks up 18 yards and a new set of downs.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Herbert back to throw. And he can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. 2nd time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's 2nd down. Okay, color me a little bit surprised here, Brock. Seeing them throwing darts downfield still, considering the lead they've got at this point in the game. Kind of seems like run-it-out territory.
Well, you call it surprise. I call it trust. That's what that coaching staff does and believes in their quarterback as they continue to fire away.
And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. Offense up to the line fast.
A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He finds Johnston. Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. It looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards.
1st down, Chargers.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Chargers, well, they could probably just run away and hide. They've got 1st down here from the 36. Herbert. As the open man downfield. At the 20. A lot of mess on the move here. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, LA.
And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Labbin with the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Cousins. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Chargers have it at the 47 following the interception.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. New set of downs for him from the 31. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And this will wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect brings up second down.
Intended for David Njoku. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They're going to pass it here. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. Completed to his running back. And he's going to head out after a gain of 7.
Washington Jr.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Cousins. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. Trying to set this up quick.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And a Raider first down.
Now it's Cousins. Pressure's there, they get him. A big loss back at the 43. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Back to throw, Cousins. And this throw's going to be incomplete. 3rd down.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because this has been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete to Bowers outright. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Here's Cousins. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way, and it leaves 2 points on the table.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And this kick is covered by the Chargers, and that should salt this game away. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Now Herbert on 2nd down. He lofts one deep, center of the field. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
To the air, Cousins. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. These hits finally taken out, so call it a gain of about 23 on the play before they got to him. And it is first down, Las Vegas.
You know I love the language of football. Just the terminology that comes with it. It's a whole new language out there. But in many playbooks, Kate, that's called cross-country. Speaks for itself. You got to run from one spot all the way across the field. Those two did it very well.
And here's a timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals.